We are halfway home. Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 9, presented by Lowe's. Lots to get to. Let's start in SoFi Stadium. The Chargers at home to take on the Houston Texans. And it's Ladd McConkey. He's going to stretch the field here, and this one is on target. 44 yards, and you can rack it up. It's a touchdown. The Chargers get back to 500. They move to 4-4 with this victory. Next up, let's check in on the Raiders and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And it's Malik Benson. They'll get it out to him left side, and then he'll take it the rest of the way. He'll wind up going 60 yards for the touchdown. The Raiders close out the first half of the season with a victory as they move to 6-3 on the year. Time to check out the Week 9 injury report as we reach the midway point of the year. The headline this week centers around the Buffalo Bills and their star running back. It was an injury that didn't look good, and it turns out it's a dislocated ankle. The timetable for his return, little murky right now. Best guess is he's looking at an absence of about 5 to 6 weeks. Week number 9, players rounding into midseason form. Let's name our EA Sports Player of the Week. And we'll congratulate this man, Joe Burrow. He had the folks in Madrid yelling, "Ole!" And he came through with 5, count them, 5 touchdown passes on the day. Here now, a look at the rest of this week's top performers around the NFL. Never too early to start thinking about the postseason awards. How about we take our first look at the MVP race this season? Our leader, a guy who's already won the Super Bowl MVP award, he'd need to clear some space on the shelf for a regular season MVP. Speaking, of course, of Jalen Hurts from Philadelphia. A final look now at the rest of the scores from Week 9. Pittsburgh and Tennessee not pictured there on the midseason bye. So that'll do it for us and for the first half of the NFL's regular season. It's going fast. Until next week, Scott Hansen saying goodnight from Orlando. 1 week left. Hey everybody, Scott Hanson here, and this is your weekly recap for Week 17, presented by Lowe's. Earn your Sunday. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Foxborough? The Patriots at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And this is the runner-up for MVP from a season ago, Drake May. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Pats turned this one into a laugher, a lopsided shutout win. Now a game with definite playoff implications in the NFC. The Eagles on the road in Santa Clara to take on the Niners. And it's Dontavian Wicks. He's going to run the deep route here and pull it in. 49 yards for the touchdown. The Eagles win their second straight as they get the victory here. Teams just hoping to get through Week 17 unscathed as we check out the injury report. The big news of the week comes from the Chicago Bears and their outstanding cover corner. He suffered what appears to be a pretty substantial knee injury. He'll likely miss a little bit of time, but the hopes are that he should be able to return in a week or two. Good time to be in top form as we spotlight the Week 17 Player of the Week. And we will applaud the efforts of this man, Michael Penix. He was tremendous in the win over the Saints. And he came through with 5, count them, 5 touchdown passes on the day. Meanwhile, a look here at the top performers in the NFL, guys finishing strong as the late stages of the season are upon us. 1 week to play, one final chance for guys to make their MVP case as we check out the current favorites. Our leader, a guy who's already won the Super Bowl MVP award. He'd need to clear some space on the shelf for a regular season MVP. Speaking, of course, of Jalen Hurts from Philadelphia. With that, a look here at the playoff picture, things tightening up here late in the year. So that'll do it. 1 week remains in the regular season. Can't wait till next weekend. Until then, Scott Hanson saying goodnight from all of us at EA Sports. The playoffs are set. Hey everybody, Scott Hanson here. This is your final weekly recap of the regular season, presented by Lowe's. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Indianapolis? The Colts at home to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Jonathan Taylor. He's going to find a seam and take it in, 9 yards on the score. The Colts will be a part of this year's playoffs. They get the victory here in the regular season finale. Time for a game with playoff implications in the AFC. The Chargers at Mile High to take on the Broncos. And this is Courtland Sutton. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Broncos are in as the division champs. They finish off the regular season in style. Some teams have the benefit of resting their starters. Others need to go all out now. Let's check out the Week 18 injury report. The headline this week centers around the Buffalo Bills and their outstanding cover corner. The training staff revealing he suffered an injury to his hand last week. His guys are going to have to find a way to make do without him for a spell. Time now for our final EA Sports Player of the Week segment for the regular season. And we'll hand the award to this man, Drake Maye. He was terrific despite the snowy conditions. Utterly amazing, as a matter of fact. He threw 6 touchdown passes, 1 short of the NFL record. Here's a sample of them here. Meanwhile, let's take a look here at the rest of the top performers in the NFL in this, the final week of the regular season. With the regular season now complete, time for a final look at the NFL leaders in passing yards. And congratulations to Jared Goff and the high-powered offense he led, #1 in the league in passing yards. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. So now the regular season comes to a close. It's on to the playoffs. A little bittersweet, admittedly, but we thank you for joining us on this journey. Scott Hanson saying goodnight from Orlando. Hey everyone, Scott Hanson here, and this is the Wild Card edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. Plenty to get you caught up on. We begin in the Lone Star State. The Texans at home to take on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Woody Marks. He'll find an opening, and he's gone 20 yards on the touchdown. The Texans take care of business. The #2 seed will get another home game in the divisional round. Next up, let's check in on the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. And this is ARSB Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. 71 yards to the house. The Lions prove they're a force to be reckoned with. The #5 seed advances with a road win. So with that, here's a look at where we stand after the first weekend of playoff games. 8 teams still with a shot to lift the Lombardi. One round is complete. We're down to 8 teams remaining with a chance to lift the Vince Lombardi Trophy. I'm Scott Hanson. We'll see you next week in the divisional round. Hey everyone, Scott Hanson here. This is your divisional round edition of the Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. Earn your Sunday. Lots to get to. We start in the Pacific Northwest. The Seahawks at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And we know the Detroit offense can score. How about the defense getting it done? They force the fumble, ball's loose, and then the presence of mind to scoop it up, and he wants to score. He will. Touchdown. The visitors pull off yet another upset. They are now just one win away from the Super Bowl. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the man, Saquon Barkley. He sees an opening and takes advantage of it, a 16-yard rushing touchdown. With that, here's an up-to-the-minute look at the playoff bracket. The matchups are set for next week's AFC and NFC championship games. And with that, the divisional round is complete. We're down to 4. Next Sunday night, we will know the Super Bowl matchup. Until then, Scott Hanson saying goodnight from Orlando. Hey everyone, Scott Hanson here. This is your Championship Sunday edition of the Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And this is Devontae Smith. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. 54 yards for the score. The Eagles take care of business, and they will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Next up, let's check in on the Patriots and Broncos up at Mile High. And it's A.J. Brown. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 54 yards for the score. The Patriots do it again. In an unlikely path to the Super Bowl, they found their way as champions of the AFC. And with that, the Super Bowl matchup is set. What a game this shapes up to be in 2 weeks' time.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, thanks everybody for joining us as we bring yet another NFL season to a close. I'm Kate Scott, he's Brock Heward, and we can once again also say hello to the New England Patriots. Brock in this game a year ago and returning to make their 13th appearance all time with yet another shot at becoming the first franchise to win a 7th Super Bowl title.
And I don't think a lot has changed, and I don't think the Patriots mind this. That so many other fan bases are like, really? Really, the Patriots again?
Yep.
But that's what you get because they have been so dominant for so long. Tremendous ownership, tremendous commitment, and a passion to play this year and get back to this stage that you felt all the way throughout.
6 decades of Super Bowls have come and gone, and now a new one begins. We're underway in Super Bowl 61. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles. That we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. He'll look to throw it. And that's incomplete, only because of the hit applied, though. A good defensive play to bring up second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Quinyon Mitchell on the coverage.
To throw. Complete beyond the marker. Nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the first.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Patriots.
Setting up to pass. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Intended for
No luck on
A.J.
first down.
Brown.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Here he is to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense set up for 1st and goal.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
This will hit the ground, incomplete. He had it for a moment, but that hit. Boy, it jarred it loose. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Made a throw it. Cut near the goal line. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. That's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
They are officially left now clinging to one final lifeline. And for me, you know the situation. Players, not plays. Get your best player the ball on the most critical down of the game.
Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up. Now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. He keeps it and takes off. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Hurts to throw. That's incomplete left side. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by
Throwing
Marcus
now.
Jones.
And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The New England offense running out now. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. There's the stop. Damage finally comes to an end after a 17-yard pickup. And that gives the Patriots a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, New England.
Here's made in the air. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. A clutch moment for a massive play. 39 yards.
And the Patriot 1st down.
Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, no longer an oddity compared to our first 18 weeks. It's all going to work the same now. Both teams guaranteed a shot with the football regardless of who wins the opening toss. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, it is next score wins. That field goal saved their Super Bowl at the last possible moment. And now we're going to see overtime decide a winner. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And And now after months and months of work, Brock, this is where they have to play their best football and stay disciplined in the moment.
I love the way you set that up. I like to call it the voice of poise, right? In your own head. Don't make this moment bigger than it is. It is huge for all. A part of it. Stay cold. You got to execute. You got to put your team in the best position to go clinch that Lombardi.
To throw, here's May. That's taken in by Henry. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Every down carries such importance in overtime of the Super Bowl. Here's second. Trying the left side with Stevenson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play.
They're going to run it. Here's Henderson. The play picks up about 6 yards as he stopped. And that is a Patriots first down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. You can get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 48-yard line.
May looking to throw. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up third down.
Incomplete.
So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
And 10 yards to go.
Third and long for him here. He's not going to add another catch just yet. This one pried out by the contact. And forces fourth down. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Their defense did its job, and admirably so, partner. And now the opportunity of football immortality rests in their hands.
Yeah, this is where, as a quarterback, you got to smile.
And he's going down. They make the play at the 11. The next score ends the season. Can't let the moment be too big. Here they come on 2nd down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up third down.
Hurts setting up to throw. Boy, this offense staying on skates. It's another loss here. They're out now, ready to punt it. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Patriots running their offense out there. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back for the winning touchdown? Really just surprise everybody here. It'd be a little tougher to do now, though. Both offenses a little more settled in, and you've got to imagine a little more sense of urgency.
This is thrown towards the defender instead, man. He's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
Andrew Makuba on the coverage.
On 2nd down, May. He knocked it away again, and a couple of good reps in coverage will block on third down.
Incomplete. The coverage by John Campbell.
May now. He lofts it deep right side. Oh, big interception here. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles surprise them with the interception. And now have a chance to win this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Like, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was a practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4.
The 43-yard line.
Empty backfield now, running back motions out left. Throwing on 2nd, Hurts. Puts it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
12 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Play action. Hurts has it. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground.
Loss of 3 yards.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for second down and 13. Handoff headed right. Barkley. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 makes it third and 14.
Now to throw. This one's caught. Smith has it. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that sets up an Eagles first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Here's another carry for Barkley. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the first down. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This from 35 yards away. And after a year away, the Eagles are back on top. Super Bowl champions for the second time in 3 seasons. What a way to end this season, Brock. What a great example of the parity and just how difficult it is to win in this league these days. Even after 18 weeks of football and this grueling postseason, it still took overtime before we could finally determine our champion.
Yep, and in the end, overtime made it that much more memorable. If any of these players got the good fortune to return, and we know how hard it is, it'll of course